The law offices of David M. Wallin believes that every citizen should be aware of their rights and responsibilities during a law enforcement encounter. What you say and do during an encounter with the police can mean the difference between going home and going to jail. This video offers suggested procedures to follow if you are stopped by a police officer or law enforcement official. These suggestions should be used as guidelines until professional legal advice and guidance can be obtained. General advice. Think carefully about your words, movement, body language, and emotions. Don't get into an argument with the police. Do not make any statements regarding the incident. Remember, anything you say or do can be used against you. Keep your hands where the police can see them. Don't run. Don't touch any police officer. Don't resist even if you believe you are innocent. Don't complain on the scene or tell the police they're wrong or that you're going to file a complaint. Write down everything you remember ASAP. Ask for a lawyer immediately upon your arrest. Remember the officer's badge and patrol car numbers. Try to find witnesses and write down their names and phone numbers. If you're injured, take photographs of the injuries as soon as possible, but make sure you seek medical attention first. Always remember, what you say to the police is always important. What you say can be used against you, and it can give the police an excuse to arrest you, especially if you badmouth a police officer. You must show your driver's license and registration when stopped in a car. Otherwise, you don't have to answer any questions if you are detained or arrested, with one important exception. The police may ask for your name if you have been properly detained, and you can be arrested in some states for refusing to give it. If you reasonably fear that your name is incriminating, you can claim the right to remain silent, which may be a defense in case you are arrested anyway. You don't have to consent to any search of yourself, your car or your house. If you do consent to a search, it can affect your rights later in court. If the police say they have a search warrant, ask to see it. If you are stopped for questioning, it's not a crime to refuse to answer questions, but refusing to answer can make the police suspicious about you. Police may pat down your clothing if they suspect a concealed weapon. Don't physically resist, but make it clear that you don't consent to any further search. Ask if you are under arrest. If you are, you have a right to know why. Don't badmouth a police officer or run away, even if you believe what is happening is unreasonable. This could lead to your arrest. What to do if you're stopped in your car? Upon request, show them your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. In certain cases, your car can be searched without a warrant as long as the police have probable cause. To protect yourself later, you should make it clear that you do not consent to a search. It is not lawful for police to arrest you simply for refusing to consent to a search. If you're given a ticket, you should sign it. Otherwise you can be arrested. You can always fight the case in court later. If you're suspected of drunk driving or driving while impaired, and refuse to take a blood, urine or breath test, your driver's license may be suspended. If you're arrested or taken to a police station, you have the right to remain silent and to talk to a lawyer before you talk to the police. Tell the police nothing except your name and address. Don't give any explanations, excuses or stories. You can make your defense later, in court, based on what you and your lawyer decide is best. Ask to see a lawyer immediately. If you can't pay for a lawyer, you have a right to a free one, and should ask the police how the lawyer can be contacted. Don't say anything without a lawyer. Within a reasonable time after your arrest, or booking, you have the right to make a local phone call to a lawyer, bail bondsman, a relative or any other person. The police may not listen to the call to the lawyer. Sometimes you can be released without bail, or have bail lowered. Have your lawyer ask the judge about this possibility. You must be taken before the judge on the next court day after arrest. Do not make any decisions in your case until you have talked with a lawyer. If the police knock and ask to enter your home, you don't have to admit them unless they have a warrant signed by a judge. However, in some emergency situations, like when a person is screaming for help inside, or when the police are chasing someone, officers are allowed to enter and search your home without a warrant. If you are arrested, the police can search you in the area close by. If you are in a building, close by usually means just the room you are in. Each of us should be prepared to handle encounters with law enforcement in a way that protects our families, our communities, and ourselves. Please call the law offices of David M. Wallin with 3 offices serving Southern California if you are in need of a criminal defense attorney.